Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Those of you that follow me regularly will know that my last few months have been pretty flat out, and December, despite being told it'd be a quiet month, I probably had my best month ever, selling completely out of my stock. And the last few months before that as well, I've been selling stuff as fast as I can get it in. So those of you that watch some of my more recent videos, the last couple, you saw me bidding quite heavily on BCA for stock and not winning an awful lot. Well, I don't know what's happened today, but I put a load of bids in and it's gone crazy. So let's have a little look. I've been winning stock left, right and centre. So we'll have a little look at what I've purchased and see what your thoughts are on it. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. So some of you saw the Seat Ibiza that I won in the last video. That was one of the first ones I won and I let you know about. One of the first ones I'd had from win for a while. We were quite surprised because I got it at £2,100, which is really good value for money for that. If we look at the invoice, with the business premium fees, a business check and delivery, it's all in at £2,500. Now that was quite a good buy because that is valued at over £4,000 retail. And spoiler alert, it has actually come in today. I had to rush off as the transporter came in. And initial signs are the car is really clean, really tidy. So I haven't driven it though, so we don't know anything about that. So on to the next one. This was a surprise when I'd bid on this Nissan Micra previously and not won it, and it'd gone back in the auction and it said that someone had outbid me quite significantly, but it came back through again. I bid on it again and I've won it. Now I think I might have slightly overpaid on this one because I was really desperate for stock at the time. It's a 2008 Nissan Micra. It's a Techno, which is nice because it gets really good spec on it. I like the colour and I like the gunmetal alloys against the light blue. I thought if someone's going to have one, they're going to want it in that colour and that spec because it's got the sat nav and everything else on it. So I won that for £800. If I go into the details of that one with the fee, £200, £800 car, essential checks, delivery, and the VAT, I'm in that for just over £1,000, but I think that's probably only a £2,000 car. So I think probably I'll only make about £500. In the current market, it might be worth more. It might be a 2495 car. I don't know. We'll have to check it out and see what that needs. That came in today with the Seat Ibiza on a transporter. I did drive that around the block very quickly. It drives really, really well, and the bodywork is fantastic. So you have to wonder why it's a grade 5. Well, the reason it's a grade 5 is something you couldn't see in the pictures. Is round the aerial, it's all bubbling with it's all sort of bubbled up and rusted around the aerial. But actually, I almost don't mind that because the rest of the car, I think there's one corner of a bumper needs doing, but the rest of the car is really, really good condition. I don't need to do anything else. So it's only one job to do on it. So yeah, that seems to have been a nice one. I can't remember what it's. I can't remember with these how long the MOTs are, that kind of thing. But that's a cheapie. I mean, as I said in my previous video, what I was looking to do in January was get cheapie stock in. I wanted a lot of sub £3,000 stock because that just flies out the door. I don't think sub 3,000 flies out the door. So I had a little bid on that one. So we can come into stock I haven't actually seen yet. We've got this Fabia. And again, those of you that have seen my channel, that one's they've only just put the invoice through, so I need to nip on and pay that in a second. That one is a colour I've done before and a spec I've done before, the 1.2. I've just noticed the lack appeal on the bonnet. I don't think I saw that in the previous pictures, or I don't remember seeing it. Anyway, I sold one of these on what was it, 2009, 2010 for just short of £3,000 before, after doing a timing chain on it with slightly lower miles, I think, but that was a good number of months ago, about 6 months ago, and prices have gone up since then. But again, I think this is one that potentially I'll only be making about £500 from. Yeah, it doesn't look. That one's coming from Bridgewater, so again, my delivery will only be £58 for that. For that money, I'll let them deliver them. And those cars below, they delivered within a day of winning. Oh, sorry, those cars below, they delivered within a day of me of winning them. So I'm going to hop on and pay all these in a minute. Hopefully I'll deliver them most quickly as well. Next one up, got a Chevy Spark. Now again, those of you who watch the channel, I've done a number of Chevy Sparks, and I have to say, in terms of warranty claims, touch wood, Chevy Sparks are probably the lowest warranty claim versus anything else other than maybe Nissan Micras. I don't see them again. I think it's because it's old technology, old Daewoo Matiz technology in the car, and when Daewoo had it, that was old. So it's tried and tested. They're not the most refined things in the world, but they are pretty bulletproof. He says he's got to wait for it to turn up. I bid on this because I haven't seen one this colour and this spec before. I thought it looked really quite smart. And for a car that, again, is probably only going to be £2,000, maybe 2,200. It's a really nice looking little car. 2010 with 83,000 miles. It'll, I'll be below that magic 2.5k mark. I say cars like that fly out the door. So I've won that for £700. If we have a quick look at what it is with fees. Yeah, £200 fees on a £700 car. Makes you sick, doesn't it? They're the people that are making the money. £58. So total is 986. So again, it might be something I only make £500-600 out of, but it should go really quickly. Next up was a Toyota Yaris. I think I might have slightly overpaid on this one, although checking the value on Auto Trader, I think this is a 2010. This one with 66,000 miles. These things are still worth like £4,000. They're worth good money, Yarises. They're worth a lot more than other vehicles. I find them slightly slow sellers, but I bid on it because I quite like the gunmetal grey. I thought it looked a bit nicer than some of the other ones before. So I've bid on that one, and including fees, it's got the 1.3 engine, which is only £30 road tax, which is a good thing. And they're normally pretty robust little cars. The only thing I've ever had to do on those before is clutches. £280. Shows you how you really want to get it below 2,000, doesn't it? But you wouldn't win the car, would you? Delivery is £90 on that because that's coming from Bristol. So I'm all in at 2.5. Again, something I'm not going to make a fortune out of. I've literally just logged in and seen these two come through. Can't remember a lot about them. I do know that this was the Cat N vehicle. It is quite a long way away, but I've only paid £1,500 for it. They're still generating the invoice at the moment. I mean, including delivery, I suspect I'll be in around about the £2,000 mark for that. But it is a 2012 diesel, 100,000 miles. It was a Cat N. Again, I don't expect to make a fortune out of it, but it should be a car I should be able to get in at sort of £3,000. I can't remember what these are worth now. £3,000, £3,500 maybe. I'll have to double check the numbers on that. But I think it was quite a clean car. It says grade 4. I can't remember what the problem is, so we're going to have a quick look. Yeah, I mean, it says door dented, some poor previous repair. When you actually get into the pictures and look at it, it's not really the kind of thing your average Joe is going to notice unless they go around with a flipping magnifying glass. Overall, it's a clean, really smart looking car. Just being a diesel, there is obviously the concern about what mechanically might be wrong with it. So it is a gamble. All of this is a gamble, guys. You know, a lot of you get on here and you say, oh, James, you need to go and see all of the vehicles. James, don't buy this one because their engines go on that, the gearboxes go on this one. You can always find a reason not to buy cars, guys. You can always find a car, someone will tell you that they've had a model and it's had all kinds of problems, but it is a gamble at the end of the day. You've got to play the numbers game to a certain extent. If you're, oh, you shouldn't have paid this much for that one, you shouldn't have paid that much for the other one. I mean, so I had some chap saying to me yesterday that the Ford Fusion I bought for £600, and I said it was going to go up for 2.5, telling me that they're all over Auto Trader for £1,500. But when you went and looked, it was 2006 cars with double the mileage. So you're talking out your rear, really. There's a price that we'd all love to be paying for these cars, but they're not realistic. You're not going to win stock if you bid that kind of money. You've got to have a reasonable bid on it. Now, this one came through. Now, I've got a BCA assured on this one, which is nice. And it's a grade 3, so condition isn't too bad. It's 68,000 miles. You guys know I love a Fiat 500. I sell them, lounges. I sell till the cows come home. It's a 62 plate. I got it for 2.4. So, and that's in Bristol. So if we add the delivery into that, it's going to be what? I'm going to be into it for 2.8, and that's probably a £4,000 car quite comfortably. So again, not huge profits, but I shouldn't have to do a lot to a grade 3 with the BCA assured on it, should I? Fingers crossed. Now this one's a bit different for me. A few of you suggested I bid on these. When I was looking at the car and looking at the line down the body and looking at the shape of it, I don't know. Is this an i10? Are the Vauxhall Vivas a Hyundai i10 rebadged? Comment down below if they are. They look an awful lot like it. And anyway, so this is actually a 2017 car with 30,000 miles on it. It's at Bridgewater. It's a grade 4, and the reason for it being grade 4 isn't that it's beaten up all over. It's actually a grade 4 for... Sorry, I keep hitting the wrong button. It's actually grade 4 for the bumper. There's some minor chips on the bonnet, but other than that, it's just the bumper there that it's grade 4 for. So you guys know I can repair that quite comfortably. I don't like doing silvers, but we can blend up here quite easily, or maybe even track down a one. But yeah, it's a little bit of a scuff on the interior, but other than that, that's the only things they've noted on it. So a 2017 car, and that one also came with the BCA assured report. So just to show you what that means that they check a lot more things on it. They actually get in it, check the brakes, check it'll get into gear and that kind of thing, and there's no steering noises, check all the accessories, check the lights, check the coolant levels and engine oil level, and all the things they don't do on the cheapies, check for engine manuals, all this stuff here they check. Now, it doesn't mean there still can't be problems, but it's a hell of a lot more detailed report than you normally get on these cars. So I bought that for 4.3. I booked a delivery on that one already and paid for it. No, I'm sure I've got to go and pay for these now. Actually, I wanted to go and do all in one go. So I'm all in £4,749 for that one. I thought I'd try something a little bit newer, but still a small car. Now the book for that car is over £7,000. So because it's a 2017 with 30,000 miles, so it looks like it could be a 6995 or something like that. I'm sure everybody will hop on and tell me they're slow sellers and they're terrible for this reason and that reason and the other. That's what everybody does. But if you watch my channel, you'll see that very, very rarely do I lose money on any cars. I make money on all my cars and good profit levels. And I am going to do a video for that as well. A lot of you have been asking for videos to have a look at some of the profit levels of the cars. I may well tag it onto this one if the video's not got too long. So yeah, we have a lot of stock coming in. Now, we're obviously into January now. I don't think I'll get a lot of this ready for January. I'm setting myself up entirely for February now to make sure February is absolutely stacked full of cars. That new showroom that I've painted up, absolutely stacked full of cars. Hopefully some of these don't need too much work doing on them because I'm a bit short, but luckily I've got the legends that are Moores down in South Molton and Phil and the guys down there. Hopefully won't mind me piling on a load of cars for them. And hopefully we can get them all out the door quick, and there isn't too many problems. Like I say, a few of these will be cheapies. They'll probably be just like £500 profit ones. But what you will find is that stuff sort of $2,500 to $3,000, it will fly out the door as a general rule. And I think at this time of year, if people need to buy a car, it's because theirs is broken down, they've had an accident, that kind of thing. So keenly priced small cars should be good to go. Anyway, give me a comment. I know you're going to give me comments anyway. Give me comments on your thoughts on these buys. If you're going to comment and say that they're too expensive, they've overpaid, do yourself a favour. Go and check the prices of cars and what these cars are worth and what you can realistically buy them for before you start making yourself look like an utter prat. Because I will call you out on it and go through the comments and tell you. Anyway. Thanks for watching as always, guys. Obviously, there's going to be lots and lots of content for you to see coming up on all these vehicles as they come in. We will go through all of them. We'll test drive them. We'll look around the bodywork, show what we think we need to do to them, show me prepping them, and then show me selling them. So this is a little bit like, I think I did a series before, didn't I, where I bought like 8 or 10 cars from BCA in one go. Talking probably about a year ago now. If you haven't seen that video, go back and see that video where we bought a bundle of cheapies in one go, and I had to prep all of them, but some of them didn't need an awful lot and flew out the door. Hopefully we'll be in the same situation again. Anyway, catch you again soon.